Hello, Aries. This is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to share this reading with you. Today, we're diving into a general love reading. So, as always, take what resonates and gently leave the rest behind. Now, let's tune in and see what the cards are ready to reveal for us today. Okay. This energy is coming out as an old flame, or someone you feel you used to know. This is someone who is hoping, making a wish that you have let something go, or this is someone who is wanting to let something go, but they're not feeling empowered to do so. I feel someone doesn't feel the same after a breakup or having time out. I feel there's a hookup or someone that they try to lean on that is making something more difficult than it needs to be. But I feel they could just be getting a taste of their own medicine. I feel this is someone who is getting a wake-up call when it comes to some third-party energy that could not be trusted. I feel something has happened in the last few weeks that has caused them to question everything. And this is someone who is questioning everything and worried about something that they have no control over. This energy is fearing the worst, or they just have a good feeling something big, something bad is about to happen. I feel this is someone who is questioning everything, especially after burning bridges with you, ignoring you, or even ignoring the evidence or the red flags that they know they avoided. I feel this is someone who is questioning everything after burning bridges, ignoring the signs, ignoring the evidence. Now, someone is feeling like they need answers. However, something unexpected is causing them to be insecure. There's a lot of self-doubt here that is causing them to have an emotional breakdown. There's an emotional roller coaster here for someone who is inconsistent and disappointed from their highs and lows. Wow. This is why someone is having running thoughts and questioning everything because they know it's time to pay up. This is someone who's very defensive about their struggle, and they're wanting to wake up from this nightmare, a nightmare of a toxic family or something that's completely falling apart because someone is running into trouble. And if they don't see it, because there's about to be a big change because of something big that is happening connected to their safety, their health, their wealth. As I said before, something unexpected is about to happen when it comes to someone who is going through a rude awakening. This is someone who is going through a lot of changes, and they're running into stress and problems along the way. Someone doesn't want you to know how big of a struggle they're truly going through, yet I feel they'll soon regret how they pushed you away when they realize what they face or what something has come to. Let's get some more energy here. I feel like this is someone who is stringing something along with you, and now they're regretting how they toyed with your emotions, played with your heart, or tried to cause some distress behind the scenes. Because now someone is realizing the struggle is real. Someone is questioning everything, but they're not wanting to come to the point that they are the issue or they are the problem. But I feel they're about to put themselves in a position where there is no point of return. It's almost like this energy is about to face something that they're not prepared for. Whatever it is, they're not going to see it coming, but it will inspire change. Whether it's good or bad, this energy is coming out as the silent one, someone who was being petty with you. Someone wanted to trap you, or they felt trapped by you. This is someone who was trying to install some type of fear by being low-key sneaky, playing the mind games, manipulating situations. Someone was flirting with danger by playing with you. I feel this is someone who was trying to shift you in some way, shift your mood, wanting you to feel some type of guilt, for how things ended. But I feel you already know how they really are, or you know they were faking it or faking their kindness, faking their heart. They're coming out as the sly one. I feel this is someone who is gaining trust, or they thought they were gaining your trust. But I feel it was only to take or have from you, have a position they know they would have never otherwise had. But now that you are focused on self, someone is realizing or now seeing the hidden enemy. So it's almost like this energy needed to see you in a bad light, to have this hate, have these issues. Now they're realizing who is truly the problem, who is truly the hidden enemy in this situation, whether it's them or third party energy. Someone's in deep regret for the choices they made or how they chose to play with your heart. Because now that you don't trust, they feel your heart has turned cold. Wow. Now they're thinking about or experiencing unfamiliar feelings. Something has gone too deep. Someone feels like something was a big mistake and there's nothing they can do to go back. They feel intimidated. Someone feels intimidated by you because you're not at your worst without them. I feel you still have some emotion tied to this, but not as much as they do, because they know they made something more complicated than it needs to be. They could be desperate, sitting in a space where they're mad, upset at their choices, but also upset at third-party energies, influences that have caused them to be distracted. There's a lot of deep feelings because someone has become desperate for taking a bite of the apple, believing in investing in the wrong things. This energy is now dealing with a very unpredictable space, unpredictable future. Whatever the case, this energy is causing something to go deeper. The damage is done, but I feel this energy is making something worse by keeping their enemies closer, because it's only going to get them caught up. I feel these connections is about to get them caught up. Changes perspective. Okay. So it seems these connections are about to cause someone to be changed forever. I feel someone is very persistent. These connections are persistent and they have a very big appetite. I feel these energies have a very big appetite when it comes to having things their way as well. I feel these energies are filled with cruel intentions. Getting their way by any means. I feel whatever's coming their way will burden them. I feel they are toying with or playing with the hidden assassin, someone that they believe isn't as harmful or dangerous as they really are, but whatever is going to take place here will truly change them. I feel this is someone who is definitely dealing with snake energy here. Someone is dealing with something that is bigger than them. Someone is also going to regret the fact that they never spoke up or they chose not to be outspoken, because it just might be the reason no one believes them in the end. I feel this is someone who was trying to install some type of fear with this connection, or install some type of fear in your heart. Now, someone is flirting with danger when it comes to a hidden enemy. I feel this is someone who has become the silent one because they know that whatever plan they had set in place didn't work. And now, something or someone has them questioning everything now that they're running into trouble. But I feel the worst has yet to come. Someone's about to experience something that will cause something to be set in stone. Whatever it is will definitely affect their future. And even their mindset, because someone will be caught up when it comes to interferences. Wow. Yeah, bad influences. Someone is caught up when it comes to bad influences. This energy is ignoring the truth when it comes to a karmic partner that is for the streets. Or this is someone who is for the streets when it comes to trying to fit in. But I feel they're dealing with snake-like vibes, snakes in the grass. This is someone who is lurking in the shadows when it comes to those who are only giving them fake love. I feel this is someone who is feeling empty inside, and this is due to the empty ties that they have created. I feel this is someone who's about to shut down due to the pressures that are about to be created in their life. Some of these pressures are damaging. That is not for everyone, but someone just might experience some type of crisis, a crisis that has something to do with their safety. I feel something is just too little, too late. Something is too little, too late and they know it. It's attached to a karmic partner in their health, their safety, their state of mind. Something is just too damaged. I feel this is someone who is coming out as the troubled one because they know they're with the wrong partner or they took the wrong path. They know they disappointed you as well as themselves, but due to their childish games, someone is still not making amends, even though they know they're hurting without you. Someone is hurting without you in every way. For these book of lies and these interferences has caused someone to fall in deeper into debt, fall in deeper into crisis. I feel this is someone who has become empty because they are caught up and they don't even see how damaged something truly is. I feel something will be disappointing to someone to realize how many snakes are truly in the grass. This is someone who is not trusting anyone but not seeing anyone either. Because they're too busy being blinded to the truth, as this is someone who has created a lot of dysfunction through karmic ties, third-party energies. Burning a bridge with you is probably the final straw when it comes to something spiraling out of control. This is why someone was flirting with danger. They didn't see something coming. They didn't see how deep something was going when it comes to disappointing you and taking the wrong path, being with the wrong person, because something is fully damaged beyond repair. Shattered, broken, toxic. Someone is also experiencing some legal issues, or they will be having some legal issues due to these snakes in the grass. Someone is trying to impress, and this is also going to get someone in trouble. I see theft. I see some type of damage. This is damage beyond repair, damage to someone's car, damage to a relationship. Whatever it is, this is long-term damage. Damage to their pocketbook, heart, and soul. This is going to keep them up at night. And for them, they already can't sleep. But there's bad news headed their way. I feel this is someone who can't sleep because of bad news and karma. I feel this is someone who doesn't really realize the damage that is done, but I feel karma is about to put things into perspective. I feel someone is ashamed. They are ashamed of how they broke the code, or they took advantage of something that was so innocent. But I feel this bad news is going to bring them to their knees for their toxic or backstabbing ways, leaving you on red, having no closure. Someone knows that you're never looking back and they're walking on eggshells, scared to love. Because they're too proud to beg, too much pride to admit they're unstable. I feel this is someone who has too much pride to admit how they tried their best to destroy you. I feel at some point this energy was hoping to leave you in pieces, not realizing they left you in peace. Now they're questioning everything and they can't sleep, knowing that you may be moving on for good and they could be settling or stuck with this karmic partner. I feel this is someone who thought that something would be brand new someday, but someone doesn't want to see you with someone else. Someone doesn't want you to change your status. I feel this is someone who knows that you are leveling up in some type of way, and they're wanting to be a part of that. They want to come back. This energy may already be circling around or trying to come back around, being invested in the things and people that you were once invested in. Someone could also be driving past your house. This is someone who feels like you won't let them explain. You have already heard the things that they are willing to say, and nothing is truly adding up. Nothing ever does. And many of you are no longer waiting when it comes to someone who is always leaving you feeling like there is really no strings attached. When you're always doing the best, you're always doing the most for this energy. You're coming out as high value. I feel you don't want to hear what they have to say because it always feels like a game. You're focusing on yourself while someone is dealing with their addictions. I feel this is someone who is dealing with addictions of lust, and they could have more than one issue, but I feel you're not the only one who is being affected by them. I feel you're not the only one when it comes to someone who is dealing with a heartbreaker. Sneaky behaviors are here, abusive behaviors are here. This is someone who doesn't want to give in, but they also know you don't want to hear it. Someone knows that you don't want to hear it when it comes to having strings attached, because you know they're not ashamed of what they have done to even start over. They're too inconsistent. Someone that's too inconsistent to be a soulmate, just a twin flame, something to learn from. For many of you, you have already learned your lesson, or you already see the warnings. You're not willing to take that next step. Many of you have already backed off when it comes to someone who is always playing childish games. As I said before, they are coming out as the troubled one, someone who is not ready to make amends even though they're hurting without you. However, this book of lies is starting to tear them down, but as I said before, it is taking everything in their willpower not to reach out, not to call you, especially now that they are seeing that they can't lay something to rest. Or even the fact that you are nothing like the rest. Nothing like they have painted you out to be, because in so many ways they really painted you in a very bad light, even though they know you're probably the best thing that has ever happened to them. But I feel in so many ways they're ashamed. They're going through kind of a lot of bad news, but as I said before, this is not the worst of it. There's more to come. There is more to come to humble this energy, but I feel this energy feels like they're going to have to say what they need to say or do what they need to do to get your attention. But I feel deep down they know being honest with you or just acknowledging the truth of what they know they have done wrong would be a big step, but I feel this is someone who is just not ready to step out of the energy of the troubled one. Yet, unfortunately for them, due to their denial, they're not sure if they remember the truth anyways. I feel this is someone who's been lying to you as well as themselves for a very long time. I feel this is where the shame comes from, because someone knows they got themselves caught up. I feel this is someone who has become silent because they're questioning a lot of things that there's no answers for. But I feel even though there is no answers, there's still evidence, there's receipts, there is reasoning for something to be burned or distant between the two of you. I feel this is someone who is always thinking life is a game, but I feel life is about to gain some respect for someone who has been very disrespectful. I feel this is someone who has no shame. when it comes to these lies, because they will tell you what they feel you want to hear, as they may have tunnel vision when it comes to manipulation. They believe they have clever tactics that only lead them nowhere. I feel this is someone who also wants to cover up their tracks. They're making up stories. They're hoping that you believe it. But I feel you're no one's fool when it comes to someone who is difficult to reason with or even understand. I feel this is someone who is still sitting in a cloudy space when it comes to attachments and false environments. They're still stringing something along, and this is why they're also hesitant to reach out. Someone also knows that you will see past something, you'll see through something, you'll see through the lies. Intuitively feeling the truth. Wow. This is why someone's going to run into that trouble, because you won't save them now. Well, this energy is coming out as a lost soul who has tunnel vision when it comes to weaknesses and addictions. This is someone who has a bad attitude about life. And this is why, if you feel they have no expectations of not taking the coward's way out or even being a heartbreaker, I feel this is someone who has allowed their addictions to lead them because they're codependent and unable to face their issues head on. They're about to hit a brick wall. I feel this energy has made things more complicated than it needs to be by having no intentions to apologize, but I feel they're just making excuses because they believe this silent treatment is going to work. Someone feels giving you the silent treatment will be effective in getting you to be more curious or cause you to reach out, but it's only causing you to see the truth in them. And this is a truth that you will not and won't unsee. For many of you, this is someone who allows something small to become bigger than life, all because they were believing something was not going to happen to them. All because they believe ignoring it or pretending it never happened would cause something to fade away. Maybe you would forget the details if they just kept something private. But I feel them being silent or keeping something private isn't a false attempt to control something where someone is procrastinating to mislead you. I feel this is someone who is trying their best to give a false impression about how they handle something, how they walked away. But I feel you can't help but to see the fact that they were being spiteful, all because they were. I feel this energy was being malicious with intentions, and this is what's festering and molding the spite. Now, they feel like it could be next to impossible to get your attention, and this is what's also causing them to want to resist reaching out even though they want to. I feel like it's taking everything in them not to reach out to you. They know that you solve problems. Someone knows without a doubt you are not the problem, but I feel they have allowed something to spiral out of control, because a situation is definitely reaching its peak when it comes to someone's sabotage. Someone knows they didn't give this a fair chance, and this is another reason why something is bothering them. They're thinking of the what ifs. But they're also irritated. There is pet peeves here. So I feel like this energy could be irritated by something or someone else, but I feel like they're mixing up who they need to be mad at here, because you were never the issue and they know that. But it almost feels like they're receiving the bad news because they're not connected to you. It's almost like they're just looking for reasons to be upset with you, but it's all an excuse, because it's all tied to their weaknesses and addictions of a heartbreaker and a lost soul. As I said before, someone has just lost themselves, confused to how this even took place or how they even ended up with the shorter end of the stick, because this energy always believed they would come out on top. But I feel in so many ways they've also forgotten the truth. They're not sure what they truly remember. In fact, this energy is pretending to have forgotten the details, hoping that it breaks the ice. Someone is pretending to have memory loss, but that's what puts you in the energy of making you feel. It's all a game to them, as they may be dysfunctional and they just might be that way for good. But I feel them being dysfunctional and pretending things are not this way is only going to be their fault, because it's going to leave them in a space where it's going to be impossible for them to ever to become comfortable or find any space of peace after they have done the things they have done, or after they know they have done the things they have done. But I feel them questioning everything won't be enough to keep karma off their tail, as their dysfunction and bad attitude has definitely brought on a huge debt, and I feel like it's definitely time to pay the bills. I feel this is someone who thought that the silent treatment would allow them time, so they continued to be passive aggressive, hoping that you would have guilt for turning your back. But I feel something was necessary, because things just got too emotional, got too complex when it comes to someone who was never giving any type of effort, but they were always causing chaos and dysfunction. I feel this is someone who is highly unstable, and this is why they felt something was to be played with. But now someone is on a path of realizing they should have never played these games with you, because of the fact that they thought this was going to be easily made up, or you are going to come back eventually. Someone didn't realize that playing these games with you would eventually break the trust. Because trust me, there's more than trust that is broken. Now that the trust is broken and someone knows that this will not be easily repaired, they're going through spiritual warfare, realizing that they shouldn't have burned a bridge on their way out because they're not isolated. And still's dealing with an illusion where they're not realizing they have made an alliance with an enemy. And I feel making an alliance with the enemy and then isolating themselves in this illusion has only caused things to go up in flames, as someone is now playing their debt to the karma. As I said before, it's only getting worse when it comes to someone who is dealing with the fraud, someone who has messed intentions, someone who is a fraud masking their intentions in a toxic relationship, that is. Only gonna get someone arrested. Wow. So I feel like someone is going deeper into a darker space when it comes to a codependent situation. Someone is locked in for bad or good. Whatever it is, it's only going to make things worse when it comes to someone who has been delirious, when it comes to those they really should trust. I feel this energy gave into a hater, someone who is abusing their position, someone who is a devil in disguise because they have definitely made a deal with the devil. I feel this is someone who is still not reading between the lines when it comes to a trauma bond or the trauma bonds that they have created, as they are still going through struggle love with a karmic energy, someone who is obsessed, just as obsessed as they are. Things are just not working out when it comes to someone's addictions, because someone's health is involved. Someone's safety is involved. Wow. And I feel something is already set in stone. Something has already happened, but someone doesn't even know it yet. As I said before, things are already rolling into place. Someone has already stepped into their karma and they may not even know it yet, but I feel they're going to be running from it. There are many things chasing this energy, whether that is legal issues, them chasing their own demons or not dealing with their own demons. But I feel, though, not dealing with their own woes and their own mistakes and failures has caused the same old thinking to give them the same old results. But they should be cautious. There is a warning because, as I said before, someone has walked into a space in life where something is about to be proven to them without a shadow of a doubt. For some of you, this energy doesn't even believe in karma, but they are about to. I feel this is someone who has been warned, but I feel they never took the heed to that warning because they're too stubborn to care, too stubborn to see. They thought they were in control, but they have no control at all. Someone is about to walk into something that they cannot avoid, something that they won't win. Whatever it is, it's been chasing them for a long time. There's a lot of evidence. There's a lot of receipts when it comes to someone's games or the fact that they've been a narcissist for whatever it is. For some of you, it will be scary. It's going to be scary because someone never saw it coming, even though they have a good feeling that they should be afraid. Someone still tied to a hidden agenda that they don't even see is all a scam. It's all a game that they started, but never was ready to end, never ready to end on the note that they have. Someone never thought that their stinky ways will come back to haunt them because now that they're in need, there is no one to help. Mister. Because in so many ways, due to their choices, someone already knows that. Karma is soon to follow. Karma is soon to follow after taking so many losses, making so many sacrifices. Someone is questioning everything because they have a good feeling something big is coming their way. I feel because of their choices, someone is lacking the intelligence to know that they should put the brakes on something or they should be repairing something. But due to their lack of intelligence or know-how, someone is pushing themselves deeper into debt. But I feel karma is definitely going to make them pay. Because even if you don't, or everyone else around them don't really know the depth of their betrayals, the universe does. And there is time to pay, but I feel they're going to soon find out that karma never forgets an address. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good, beautiful day. Bye.